Good evening and welcome to Knob Noster High School as we come back home here with our Lady Panthers going for their second home win of the week as they host Carrollton tonight. I'm Michael Poron. I'm alongside Derek Brizendine. And we have Xander Rowland that's going to come in on camera right now. Derek's wife is on the camera and she's stepping in to help us out here tonight as we had a short round of JV. And so Derek, it's always great to have you and your wife, and appreciate all that you do and getting things ready here. But great to be back at home here for the Lady Panthers, and they seem to be protecting the house pretty well this year.
Yeah, and the games we've got to see them here this year have had really strong performances. Defeated Lafayette County last week, Holden earlier this week, and that's bouncing back after losing to Holden at the end of last week. So a good little stretch here for the Lady Panthers. Need to keep it going here at home for another MRVC East matchup.
To start things out here, we've got Jane Yates on the line. She misses her first and getting ready for her second. The foul was on number 33, Savannah Renick. And Yates puts Knob Noster on the board first as they take the lead 1-0 here in the first. Bringing the ball down for the Carrollton Lady Trojans is Bella Ocha. Inside game to Jordan Myler. Now inside out, back over to number 35, Reagan Pearson. Nice little Euro step, little up and under there from Bella. Just a good little stretch for her as she Euro stepped right around the defense, went up and under and put that one in. Gives Carrollton their first lead. Then they jump right into that trap, cause a turnover here. Back on offense are the Trojans.
Yeah, great job by Bella to really attack the rim. Looks like they're going to get her for a travel there, so a couple quick turnovers by both teams.
Yeah, Bella just on the catch there, kind of shuffled her feet just a little bit. Caught very quickly there. Extended defense here and then drops back into that 2-3 zone. Goes our Lady Trojans. And good hand in the passing lane there from number 35, Pearson, as she lays it in for the Trojans, and they take a 4-1 lead over the Knob Noster Lady Panthers. Good pressure break there by Everts as she saw Yates over the top. Just on that pass, you're just looking to go up the floor and inside the floor so that hopefully Yates can catch that on the run and be able to take it in for the layup. Yates kind of hesitated a little bit there, but was able to finish.
She had some traffic on her too. Nice job her working through that, getting the basket, and make this 4-3 ball game.
Yeah, I think her footwork was just a little bit slower than what she wanted, so she kind of jump stopped there at the end. Cuts the lead to 1 for the Lady Trojans. 4-3 here. Nice steal there by Yates. She's got one up the floor if she wants her. Nice pass up. Bumped out of bounds, but it's going to go over to the Lady Trojans.
Jane Yates doing a little bit of everything here tonight. As she's got all 3 points and she's got that takeaway. Good zone defense here by the Lady Panthers, trying to force that outside shot.
Looks like Locke's daughter is over there on the baseline on the far side, just away from us. But a good interior pass, now inside out game. And we got a 3 seconds in the lane called on number 30, Jordan Myler for the Trojans. They set back up into that full court pressure. Just a little 2-3 full court press. Stolen there by Bella. She tries to go up and under again. And a little tie up here between Estella Huntsman and Myler.
Yeah, Holyfield looked like, wanting the foul on that one, just wasn't going to get it. Almost kind of gave the drive to the basket, but good job by Lady Panthers to recover on that. Get the ball back. Now they're going to set up their offense.
Yeah, Knob Noster going to the middle to break that press that time. Much better possession for them. Nice rebound there by Heaven Van Winkle. Offensive rebound. Jane Yates keeps it alive and kicks it back out for the Lady Panthers. Floater is good for Everts. Nice positioning for her. Even fought through a little bit of contact there at the end. Good defense though, straight up, no call. Good job by the officials.
Yeah, you like to see that out of the Lady Panthers. Really attack that board.
Everett's trying to push up. Bella now, instead of driving, shoots it from the top of the key. Nice three-pointer from her. 7-5 lead for the Lady Trojans. And there's Bella again on that pressure, just giving Knob Noster some fits on that inbounds pass. Really only doing a single trap, but getting some turnovers as she punches her hands in there. This time Caitlin Everts comes up, and Myler's going to pick up the foul for the Lady Trojans.
And if my counting's right, I think that's the third turnover on the press there. And we're not even 4 minutes into this game. Good job by Bella to put the pressure on them. Lady Panthers need to settle in a little bit. I'm sure they will find a way around that press.
Estella Huntsman banks one in for three. Gives Knob Noster back the lead. So a couple lead changes here. We're going back and forth here in the first quarter. Knob Noster now up 8-7.
Now my question is if she called the bank. You know, we always had to call the bank or it didn't count. So I wonder if she called the bank.
I don't think the scoreboard asked her. They just put it up there, but I get what you're saying. Holyfield trying to break that pressure, coming through Heaven Van Winkle. Van Winkle just battling. Nice effort by her to try to save it, but yet another turnover caused by that pressure by the Lady Trojans. Obviously, Renee Shippey, Coach Shippey, does not like what she sees on that pressure, does not like what she sees out of the press break of her young ladies. Honestly, all that press is trying to do is just speed our Lady Panthers up just a little bit, make them try to make those unforced errors as they try to throw over the top or throw into pressure. Heaven right there had somebody on her, had to kind of seal and then reach out to try to grab that ball. Wasn't able to reach out enough, ended up turning it over there, and the Lady Panthers find themselves back on defense. Really not a whole lot of trapping coming out of that 2-3 zone, but they're doing a great job of just kind of getting in those passing lanes, getting their hands in there and disrupting. And now the Lady Trojans are bringing it back up the floor. Is now number 35, Reagan Pearson. Bella over to Locke. Locke back to Pearson. Pearson for three. And Pearson showing just a little bit of range there. Gives the Lady Trojans a 4-point lead. Here's that pressure again by the Trojans. Just not a lot of confidence in their ball handling. Now back to Holyfield, who has a lot of confidence in her ball handling. Huntsman to Yates, back to Holyfield with Huntsman driving in the lane. I think that's going to be an and one, a good possession for her. She saw that opening in the gap in that zone, was able to attack it from the top. Going to drop in there, and that's going to be the second, I believe, on number 30, Myler.
Yeah,
fourth team foul also for the Lady Trojans.
Real nice job by Huntsman to really drive the lane, find the opening, finish. We'll see if she can cap it off here, and she will.
Traditional three-point play there by Estella Huntsman. So Huntsman's got 6 of our 11 here after banking in that three and then finishing up with a traditional three here. If she keeps making three-pointers all the way down, we'll be doing pretty well offensively. Bella for three for the Lady Trojans. A little bit late on the rebound, but now pressing forward, it goes Holyfield. Holyfield looked like she was going to dump off to Sullivan, but then goes ahead and hesitates and takes it to the rim. Nice steal there now by Holyfield. So they tried to pressure. Easy layup on the other end. Once again, a change of the lead here. Knob Noster now at 13-12.
Nice job by Knob Noster to put some pressure on that time. Get the turnover, retake the lead.
Yeah, 2 great athletes at the top of that 2-3 zone for Knob Noster. You got Holyfield that just with some length to her to be able to disrupt those passes, and then Everts just with that ultimate hustle that you have up top. Rounding it out here, you got Sullivan taking it in on the drive, and that is extremely dangerous because you got the third foul coming here in the first quarter on number 30, Myler. Coach Locke is going to have to look to pull her out and possibly sit her for at least the remainder of this first, and you think most of the second. That's going to be a big challenge for him. And we do have number 15 for the Trojans checking in for her sister, Sydney Myler. Sullivan unable to put any points up on that foul. As the Trojans quickly push it down, Bella looks up at that three. Now Myler on that inside. Foul's going to go against Sullivan for the Knob Noster Lady Panthers. Going to be a shooting foul, so we're going to get to see really our first opportunity for the Lady Trojans at the line, and it is the sub Myler as she came in for her sister with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, we're going to see what the sophomore can do here. Going to be put in a situation probably didn't expect to be put in with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, but once she's going to have to answer here.
High arching shot. She makes the first, misses the second. Ties it up though, 13-13 with just under 2 minutes here left in the first. And that pressure by the Lady Trojans coming back up there. Ball back in the hands of Holyfield. Everts just doesn't look comfortable against that pressure. Wanting to get rid of that ball very quickly. Nice three-pointer from the baseline to pay it off on the other end by Yates. Gives a 16-13 lead to Knob Noster Panthers.
Jane Yates having a nice first quarter here. Got the scoring started. Now she scored the last 3. See what else she can put together here in this first half.
Little switch of defense here by the Lady Panthers. That switch of defense coming to man-to-man. Little extracurriculars on the screen. Myler called for her first foul here, 16 fouls. So with 1:30 left in the first, Knob Noster's next foul going in the bonus. That could be huge going into all of this next quarter and to end this first half, as Knob Noster would have basically a whole quarter of shooting free throws on every single foul.
Yeah, that would be huge to go to the line every time, especially, you're getting their bigs in foul trouble. That's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, especially with this zone. I mean, with Myler getting into foul trouble early and their sister picking up a quick one there. Sullivan jumps right in there, knocks one down, gets a foul called as well. She's going to go to the free throw line for a traditional 3-point play, and I believe that's on Myler as well. That's her second. So both of the Mylers are in pretty much foul trouble. And from here on out, Knob Noster in the bonus with 1:21 left here in the first. Sullivan converts the 3-point play, and Knob Noster will be going to the line on every common foul. Derek, that's going to be huge. As the Lady Trojans kept this thing close, that could be something that really opens this game up and gives the Knob Noster Panthers a good lead going into half. Let's see how this affects them going into the second quarter and the remainder of this one.
Much like they say in baseball, the hardest out to get is when you walk somebody. You can't get them out running down the baseline. Well, same here. You can't stop a shot if they're getting the free throw every time there's a foul call.
And that foul called on number 15, Emma Frisbee. Frisbee picks up her first. It's only the team's second foul. We got another moving screen called against the Lady Trojans. I believe this is going to go against number 43, and it is. She was caught with a little extracurriculars. That was Allison Pearson getting caught on that moving screen. Everts punches it in. Probably a little better idea that time. They went away from Bella with those quick hands and decided to go on that opposite side. Holyfield for 3, spots it up, goes short. Going to go out of bounds to the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, that's the shot you want for your 3-point specialist to take. Unfortunately, came up short on that one, but a good look for her.
Yeah, she wears that 3 on her jersey and shoots those 3s pretty well for the Lady Panthers. Interior pass to Myler. Actually a very nice move from her on the inside to get Sullivan moving and to cause this foul here. So Sullivan going to pick up, I believe, her second foul and team's third. Checking into her for her is going to be Van Winkle. So Heaven comes back in. Man-to-man set going out of bounds. A little bit different than you're going to see from most teams, to be honest with you, as most teams would probably go to more of a zone on those out of bounds, but Coach Shippey deciding that she wants her team to really hunker down, play some defense on those out of bounds, not sit back and relax. Van Winkle breaks that press right through the middle, exactly where you want it to go, but you want Frisbee to step into that pass, go to that pass so it's not as dangerous. First, we get to see Howard out here as well, the senior.
Yeah, that's one of those you want him to high point that pass. You don't want him to wait on it. You want him to go up and get it. Good hustle by her, though, to get that one back, give her team a chance. Carrollton with the ball now.
13.1, and Michael Locke's going to call the timeout here for the Lady Trojans. He wants to set something up, cut into this 6-point lead here that Knob Noster has amassed here at the end of the first. And honestly, just like you talked about, a lot of that 6-point has come from that free throw line. Knob Noster finishing multiple free throws. We've missed a few, so we've left a few points on the board. But going into that second quarter, these ladies are going to be on that free throw line for every single common foul. And once again, that's going to be a difficult barrier for the Lady Trojans to overcome. 19-13 here after this timeout, 13.1. Let's see what Michael Locke drew up, and let's see how they take care of this sideline out of bounds.
Yeah, Coach Shippey probably telling them no fouls, just, make it through this 13.1. You're probably not going to get the ball back, but keep the pressure on. No easy shots.
Yeah, just honestly keep it clean. They stayed with that man-to-man defense, which is smart on their behalf. Good help there by Frisbee. Just a shot there by Savannah, a three-pointer to try to get it up to beat the buzzer. Unlucky as it rolled off the top of the rim. She had a nice shot as the help came over. She took a great shot, but we're going to end the first quarter here 19-13 with Knob Noster continuing to play very well at home. I'd like to see Holyfield kind of get in her groove just a little bit. She's been a little bit quiet here. She's gotten that steal and been able to take it down and make that layup. But you know as well as I do that if she can get going, it helps to just motivate this team and just give them momentum to be able to push through. What I'm really looking forward to seeing here is that foul situation going into this second quarter and how bad that's going to hurt the Lady Trojans. The other thing is, as we've talked about, his bigs are in some trouble right now, Derek, so that's going to be huge. So let's see if Knob Noster takes advantage of that, tries to punch it inside, or drive in there and be able to make some of those layups.
Well, I think you saw it right there at the end of the quarter. Instead of being able to drive in, Knob Noster was able to leave that outside shot a little bit, cover who they, were expecting the three from, and they gave a shot, but it wasn't a clean shot, wasn't the absolute best look. So real nice job by the Lady Panthers to take advantage of that at the end of the quarter.
Bella brought it down there for the Lady Trojans. Now back over to number 35, Pearson. Back up top to Savannah Rennick. And we've got another turnover here by the Lady Trojans. They throw back in, now switching up to more of a 2-2-1 set. Pretty much what they've been in that whole time, but Myler stepping back just a little bit. A little bit of trouble here for the Lady Panthers. They've got to get across that timeline. Van Winkle does get it across there on the pass from Holyfield. Looked like a little bit of travel there by Everts, not called. But they're going to hit Jane Yates with one that might have been a little bit suspect, but was definitely closer than the first one that I thought they should have called.
Yeah, it looked like she went for the Euro step and the foot got caught and just kind of the skip step almost. Just wasn't going to get away with that one, but still a good look to take it inside, take advantage of it.
Yeah, just like we said, so Coach Shippey was talking about the fact that those bigs that are in there, they need to go in, they need to set that attack, just exactly what we talked about. There's a shuffle of the feet right there by the Lady Trojans and a turnover again. And Mike Locke, I think, is going to put his daughter back in, number 10, Michaela. number 10, Chloe Locke.
Yeah, I was watching the Mizzou basketball game the other night. Your favorite, I know, the Mizzou basketball team. But they were talking about Jeremiah Tillman and how teams would look to get fouls on him because he's such a big presence inside. And the Lady Panthers did a good job of that tonight. They saw there was foul trouble. They attacked. Now they've given themselves a great opportunity to expand this one with 6:45 left in the half.
Well, and just like that, they feed it inside, go to Heaven Van Winkle, and Heaven gives Myler another foul. That's going to be her third as well. Team's ninth. After this foul, every common foul is 2 free shots for the Lady Panthers. Let's see if Heaven can convert on this one. She misses the front end of the 1-and-1, gives it back over to the Lady Trojans. But I will tell you this, that the Lady Trojans are going to be able to have a little bit of difficulty here as they've got those two foul shots coming up on every common foul for the Lady Panthers. Back up top through Locke. Locke over to Pearson. Into Bella's hand. Skip pass trying to go back over to Pearson. Just a little bit wild and goes out of bounds.
Good pressure by the Lady Panthers on that one.
Yeah, they really kind of extended that defense there. And Estella Huntsman kind of forcing some things there. Yates was definitely guarded there. She had Holyfield back there to be able to pass it into. Sometimes the easy play is the best play. Just get it in, make sure you take care of that ball. Ball preservation obviously is what coach is looking for, especially against that pressure. Just slow things down in your mind and don't get sped up. Myler with a nice inside-outside move. Good shot over there on the backside by Savannah. Just does not fall for the Lady Trojans. Frisbee attacking, now back over to Holyfield, up top to Huntsman.
Bella, quick hands tonight, I'm telling you that.
Bella is her own press right there, and her own defense at the top of that. She has got some quick hands. And so does Holyfield as Holyfield cuts through, makes that one. Little floater there.
Coach, she makes it look too easy.
She definitely makes it look easy. She was about 6 feet away, lobs that up, makes that little floater. Had a dump off. I don't think she saw that, but the rebounders were there in case she missed, but she doesn't miss very often.
Great zone defense there by the Lady Panthers. Gave Myler the shot she thought she wanted, but just came up short. Real nice job by them to put the pressure on.
Yeah, straight up, just making Myler shoot over the top there. Skip pass there from Everts. There's that interior feed that we talked about. And Heaven Van Winkle, she's not going to miss many of those, especially as open as she was, as that zone defense had dropped because of taking it into that short corner of the baseline and then feeding Heaven Van Winkle. Coach, exactly what we talked about for this second quarter is what these Knob Noster Lady Panthers have come out here and done. And they've now amassed a 10-point lead here, 23-13, forces Coach Locke to be able to call the timeout here for the Lady Trojans. He may have to switch something up defensively. I don't know that I would try to match up man-to-man with the Knob Noster Lady Panthers, but he might try to go to a 1-2-2 set or a 1-3-1 just to throw a little wrinkle in things for the Lady Panthers. Don't know if that's in his arsenal or if he's just going to try to boost their spirits a little bit and get them going defensively.
Well, I can tell you he's probably in a little bit of uncharted territory for what his game plan was. I mean, to lose your bigs early on, and even, the backup is in a little bit of foul trouble. I wouldn't consider it as bad as her sister right now, but I mean, still, to have any sort of fouls on, your backup big, that's a big deal.
Yeah, Sydney is probably going to play this thing out and give her sister just as much time as she possibly can have on the bench so that Coach Locke is able to have her for the second half. He's going to be looking forward to halftime and getting her back, I can tell you that.
Well, and then you kind of, question even after half how much do you play her right off the bench, right out of the intermission? Because, I mean, that's still 3 fouls.
Absolutely. And there we have Everts breaking down and coming down from the top, shooting through that passing lane. Now Knob Noster on offense. Frisbee with a little move. Holyfield looking at the three, doesn't look inside to Van Winkle. I kind of was hoping that she would. She settles for the three on that baseline. Heaven looked like she was posting up there. Coach looked like she's ready and wants that ball because she knows that she's got a great opportunity to score in there. We saw the range earlier from Reagan Pearson. That time just didn't fall down for her, but she can definitely knock those out. Now Noster may have to extend that zone out a little bit to get a hand in her pass and in her face just on that shot and close out just a little bit better.
Well, and they've been doing that on the last couple of possessions. They've kind of been sitting out on the outside, forcing the Lady Trojans to go inside, and that's exactly what I'd do. You know, you've got a little bit of inexperience down on the blocks. Make them work. Make them earn the points. Don't give it to your shooters on the outside.
Yeah, put a little pressure out there, get a little hand in their face. Bella here on the free throw line. Just unlucky on the second one as that thing was all over the rim and halfway down and ends up rolling out. Knob Noster still up 23-13, 4:05 here left in the half. Jane Yates going to check back in. Ball bounced out of bounds and is going to go back to the Lady Trojans. So lucky break for them here as they get another offensive set.
Good pressure there, down low. Once again, just causing fits.
Yeah, good defense there by Everts. You know, she's just a hustler. No matter if it's on defense, on offense, no matter what it is. Here she pops up a three. Comes in there, Jane Yates with a nice offensive rebound to keep things alive for the Lady Panthers. She decides she wants to take a three, and no better time than after an offensive rebound. She steps out, gets her own offensive rebound, then comes back out there, shoots a three, knocks it down for the Lady Panthers, extends this lead to 13. Myler posting up inside. She's at the high post. Looks for a little high-low passing. Holyfield there to take it away for the Lady Panthers, and she gives it away as she kind of broke loose on her dribble. Just a little bit of disruption there. Once again, I think that was Bella that was just there kind of giving fits as we're bringing the ball up the floor.
If I've got to give a defensive player of the first half, it's definitely going to Bella.
Yeah, Bella, quick hands.
Just quick hands. I mean, you said it best. She's her own press.
Yeah. Second foul there on Heaven Van Winkle, and that foul coming just a displacement foul. She had two hands on the back of the offensive player, kind of pushing forward. Something that officials are looking for this year, and she got nailed for it right there. Didn't like the call, but it is the correct call by the officials.
Yeah, and against Higginsville last week, she kind of was in the same situation. Early foul trouble, and you know that removed her from the game last week. Not quite as early this game, but still a little bit earlier than you'd like to see with one of your key players down on the block with their key players out.
Great press break there from the Lady Panthers, and once again to get that play there, scrappiness there by Everts, and then Everts comes down here, unwilling to be able to give that up, shows that scrappiness yet once again. Everts is all over the place. So defensively, yes, player of the game right now, her own press is Bella. But if I had to give it to a Knob Noster player, you've got Everts there that just is absolutely relentless in that pursuit of the ball. And she is unwilling to be able to give up on it. Frisbee taking things to the baseline. Nice placement for her. She took that thing to the short corner, kind of switched it over to her right hand and took a nice little shot. Very well played by her.
Xander Rao kind of zooming in on the camera work on that one, giving us an up-close look. As you kind of saw that quick footwork to work the baseline, put the floater up, knock it down. Great job by her to extend this lead now to 15.
Yeah, just a great look there. Xander zoomed in to be able for everybody to be able to see that, and something that Frisbee will be able to go back and rewatch and be able to see some really good play there by herself. So some good camera work. Knob Noster picks up yet another foul, and Chloe Locke, Coach Locke's daughter, is going to go to the line. They've got second foul there on number 15, Frisbee, and that is the 17th foul. But once again, where the Lady Trojans were in this the full quarter. Knob Noster just going to finish out the last 2 minutes here with the Lady Trojans in the bonus. Locke unable to convert on the first, but able to convert that second. Break just a little bit into this lead, but 14-point lead. And Coach, we kind of called it just with what was happening offensively, defensively for the Lady Trojans, and the foul trouble that they were in with their bigs. Coach Locke is wanting to get out of this first half and get into that locker room and hopefully get some big presence back and some rebounding and inside game.
Yeah, because as good as Knob Noster's been on offense, haven't quite been able to hit the outside shot, but this is where they've excelled tonight. Clean up the steps. Awesome job by Everts.
Yeah, and on the offensive boards, we've seen a change too since those bigs have been out for the Lady Trojans. There we had Holyfield once again disrupting things up in there. Nice three there by number 35, Reagan Pearson. But Holyfield able to disrupt. But there's that pressure again, and the Lady Trojans, with that pressure, they have the ability to be able to cut into this lead pretty quickly. It's not going to happen here in this first half, but could very well happen in the second half. Of course, if they keep knocking down threes like that, then they've got a better opportunity to be able to do that. They've just cut a 14-point lead down to 10. Knob Noster now leads 30-20, and Coach Shippey basically calling that timeout to get that pressure back out there and do what we kind of talked about. Force them to be able to push the ball inside and take those kind of shots instead of their shooters being outside. 30-20 here, full timeout for Coach. We've got good leadership there, as you see Coach Locke's daughter being able to talk to her team as well. And that's what you want to see in those timeouts. You want to see kids really stepping up, talking about what they see out there on the floor too, because a lot of times as a coach, sometimes you'll get caught ball watching, and that's where your focus goes, and you're not looking at the whole picture. Now, most coaches will be able to say, well, I look at the whole picture all the time, and they're really just kind of lying to themselves because sometimes we do get caught ball watching, but the players, they have a different perspective of us being able to come out here and say, hey, that high post is open, or if you get me the ball down there on the baseline, I can drive and attack and dump it off to you. So that's exactly what you want to see as a leader step up like that, and that's what Carrollton had right there.
Oh, nice move by Jane Yates.
Holyfield looking for Yates over there in the corner, just a little bit slow getting over there from that opposite side. Yates now going through Holyfield. Estella Huntsman posting up. And definitely another foul on a big as she reached around and reached through. That foul's going to go on number 43, Allison Pearson. I believe that's her second. It's going to be team's 10th. Huntsman going to the line for two free ones now. Knocks down the first. Looking to knock down the second. Off the front iron, rebound by Locke. Locke looks up to Bella. Bella, much better pressure there by Everett. You can tell that Coach told them to extend that zone a little bit. You can see Everett's out there high enough. Holyfield just beyond that, toes beyond that line. That time a screen from Bella for number 35, Reagan Pearson. Looked like we had a jump ball, had a travel call on the opposite side, a jump ball on this side, deferred to the correct side, did the officials as they kind of came together and talked about it. Alternating possession goes back to the Lady Trojans with only 0.8 though on the clock. Plenty of time to be able to take that shot. Coach Locke is not going to like the fact that that one was missed. But I tell you what, he's going to like the fact that he even had an opportunity to be able to take that shot with 0.8 seconds left. That was a nice play by him, a nice play call, just unlucky on the backside. That's how we're going to finish the half, 31-20. I'll be honest with you, Coach, I don't think that the free throws caused as much of an issue as I thought they would, but the interior defense the offensive rebounds, and the way that the Knob Noster Lady Panthers attacked that baseline and the middle of that zone, that definitely hurt the Lady Trojans going into that second quarter.
Yeah, to have to totally revamp your game plan, to go from the senior to the sophomore, there's just a level of experience that you lose. Right? No matter how good that player is, there's that level of experience, and the Lady Panthers found that and exploited it to get this 11-point lead.
Yeah, the lead was as high as 14 for the Lady Panthers going into it, but now back down to 11 due to, honestly, a couple of threes where Knob Noster kind of, I think, mostly got out of the game plan, and I know that because of the fact that Coach Shippey had to call the timeout to be able to talk to them about the 2 3-pointers that went down back-to-back by the Lady Trojans. And the fact is she wanted them to pressure that outside for them to be able to force it inside, for them to make those kind of shots, put a little bit more pressure on some bench players instead of some starters that were out there that already have the confidence in themselves to be able to shoot that 3. I'll tell you, Sydney Myler, though, for the Lady Trojans, came in and gave them some much needed and great minutes to be able to help Coach Locke out. She does have 3 fouls. Her sister has 3 fouls. But for her to be able to come in and get that amount of time and to be able to put them into this situation where they can come out in the second half and hopefully have a chance to be able to put some points on the board now back with her sister Mylar coming in there. That's all we can ask as a coach is just give me that time out there, give me that effort, give me a chance to get your sister back in there, put us back into this game, and she did that.
I was going to say, really from where this was, with about 2 minutes left in the half to an 11-point deficit, luckily for Carrollton, that 14 went down, because if it had gone up even any more, I'm afraid they'd have just had this one out of reach.
Yeah, it definitely started to extend for the Lady Panthers, but those 2 threes were huge. Once again, Coach Shippey calling that timeout. As soon as they made the adjustment, though, you could tell that it disrupted the offense of the Lady Trojans. They did end up getting the ball out of bounds and then trying to get that nice play where they did miss that layup at the end, just too strong off the glass. Coach wishes that he would have had that one and had this thing down into single digits of 9, but just unlucky for him going into that locker room. He now has 10 minutes to kind of calm them down, be able to come out here and hopefully get his full squad back in there. But, Coach, you know as well as I do that Coach Shippey is going to be talking to her ladies about the fact that Mylar has 3, and that if we can attack that and exploit that, then we get her 4th. She's going to have to sit for that 3rd and possibly some of the 4th.
Yeah, well, be interested to see what they do going into the second half. How does that game plan change? When do you bring the senior Jordan Myler back in? Do you bring her in right at the start of the half? Do you bring her in a little after? I don't know what the right call is. I don't want to have to be in that position.
Yeah, Locke's he's got some odds to be able to go against. Just great atmosphere here tonight. We've got our band that's up there. They're entertaining us here at halftime. They did before the game too. They're doing a great job there. And also, just as a reminder, you've got your staff out here that's on Twitter tonight, and they're doing some live updates and pushing that out Twitter. Coach, we're kind of hitting all the social media platforms here and trying to get these games out to as many people as possible in this COVID era. It's great that we're here. We've got some live fans here. We've got some virtual fans. We've got Twitter fans. It just seems like we're hitting on all cylinders here as we're trying to get the word out about how well these Lady Panthers are playing, especially in our house.
And, you talked about those virtual fans. I want to give a couple shout-outs here. I know Barbara Sullivan's got some fans cheering her on tonight from Padre Island, Texas, and Evansdale, Iowa. I know we tried to give them a shout-out last week. And, of course, when we give them the shout-out, The internet crackles and crackles right through it, so they missed it. So hopefully you all get that tonight. Thanks for watching us and cheering on Our Lady Panthers.
Well, truly a great opportunity here for not only nationwide, but also worldwide for anybody that's deployed and overseas. And hopefully we've got some parents that are over there serving our country, and we thank them for their service, but they can tune in and watch some of these home games and home broadcasts of their kids and their friends' kids, and maybe somebody that they just know. This is truly just a great way to be able to push this out. And Coach, I appreciate what you do and what the business department is doing to be able to put this on. And we wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for our man over there on the camera, Xander Rao, and then also Zachariah Shire. Zachariah unable to be with us tonight, but just an important part of this team as we push these out. Xander and Zachariah, two great kids that are coming out here, hopefully learning a great skill that they'll be able to build on and possibly do as for a job in the future. And that's what we're wanting to do, is build this up and build this program for kids to be able to come out here and learn some broadcasting skills, learn some camera skills. I know Xander does the graphics for you. Every time I look on there on YouTube, I see the graphics that he does. A phenomenal job for him just to be able to put that together. Two talented young men, and appreciate the fact that you're giving them that opportunity to be able to come out here and to learn this skill.
Michael, I really appreciate that, but you know, those kids, they work hard. And we have kids who work hard behind the scene too. Elena Allen, you know, makes those graphics that go on before the game. We've got, you know, my sports marketing class that they have built this social media platform that, you know, they take pride in. I don't do much with it. I just kind of put on what they tell me to put on if they need me to, or they do it themselves. And you know what? That's an extra level. You know, the school day's over. They want to be at home, and I get that. I understand, but you know, they come out here. They're really helping the community out. You know, trying to push this out as many ways as possible, trying to get our kids the exposure really they deserve for as hard as they work. And you know, what better way to do that than to get hands-on experience? You can read about it, that's great, but when you do it, that's another story.
Absolutely, it's just a different change when you're actually on the mic or actually controlling the camera. But once again, those two individuals and Alan in the back just kind of helping out and getting things ready, and frankly all the kids that are involved in this. Just like coaching, it's always great when the kids make you look good, and right now the kids are making you look good. So just to appreciate the fact that we're able to bring this out here. We've got individuals from Texas and Iowa listening in right now, watching this game, and it wouldn't be possible without the work that those kids put in. And like you said, it's not work that's going on during the school day, it's something extra. They have to come here, put the time in, and make sure that they're dedicated enough to be able to push this out, to provide it to individuals all over our nation and possibly all over the world.
You know, they really put a pep in my step today, because we've got kids designing that. We've got kids designing posters for Whiteman Elementary. We've got kids creating posters for the wrestling tournament this weekend. We've got kids putting together a virtual electives fair so our freshmen know what they're coming into next year. I mean, it's just really the work they're putting in this week is just, it's not going unnoticed. And I tell them that on a regular basis. It doesn't go unnoticed. You know, people notice this, people appreciate it.
And stuff like this wouldn't be possible without our partnerships and our sponsors. So we'd like to take a minute here at half just to thank our 2019-20 high school yearbook sponsors: Hometown Heating and Air Conditioning, B&G Scoops, Ready Set Grow Daycare, Dutch Country Markets, Little Caesars, Eggs R Us, Sonic, Rockin' Sports Entertainment, Ace Hardware, Subway, Knob Noster Physical Therapy, Tequila Jalisco's, Remax, Complete Chiropractic, McDonald's, Coffee Snobs, Trails Regional Library, SC Fuel, the Little Clubhouse, and Brooks Flores. Truly a great group of sponsors for us to be able to provide this and then be able to push out a great yearbook as well. We start here in the second half, and there's a defense there of Bella for the Lady Trojans. Pressured there by Yates and fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2. She was taking that to the rack all the way. She wasn't going to slow down, and Yates just trying to get a hand in there and disrupt, and ended up getting quite a bit of arm instead of the ball.
Yeah, it almost looked like she was going to get away with that one for a second, but looks like they're going to call this one on the ground. They're going to take that away.
They're going to put it on the ground. So, you know what? I'd kind of like to see that last play and be able to draw it up as a coach that he did the last time, and see if they could get another look at a layup off of that. There it is on the opposite side there. But you saw the switch that time between Van Winkle and Yates. Pretty much was that same play to be able to try to get that shot again. But a nice switch there between the two bigs on the floor. And then that man-to-man quickly goes back to a 2-3 zone. So quick defensive changes there by the Lady Panthers. Bella unable to convert that three-pointer, and now Stella Huntsman with the rebound gives it up to Everts to bring it up for the Lady Panthers.
You know, if there was ever a play to call with time running out, Coach Locke drew it up just the way he wanted it. And I can guarantee that's the first thing Coach Shippey told her team when they walked in that locker room was, what did you see on that last play? Because you're going to see it again.
Yeah, definitely. Estella Huntsman there with a little bit of a forced pass, and Heaven Van Winkle gets tied up. Ball's going to go right back to the Lady Trojans. No scoring here in this third quarter yet. 2-3 zone here. Skip pass over, three-pointer for the Lady Trojans, and that's going to be Pearson again over there on that far side. So Reagan Pearson knocks down a 3, cuts this lead down to single digits. There's the floater coming in from Holyfield. Let's hope that these 2 free throws are kind of a little bit of a stunning punch here to give us back into that double-digit lead as we're up now 31-23. 2 shots here for Holyfield. Holyfield able to convert that first one. First foul there for number 10, Chloe Locke. And first team foul for the Lady Trojans. Able to convert and put this back up to double digits, 33-23. Not what you want to do. You don't want to put a shooter on the line and hopefully give them a little bit more confidence. Hopefully Holyfield can build off of that, come down, maybe spot up for a 3 and see what she can do, lighten one of those up. Defense there by Van Winkle. She probably could have had the charge, but she turned her body right at the end and kind of gave up the baseline. Her third foul, and that's going to quickly bring Sullivan in.
Yeah, I'm gonna, see what Sullivan brings to the table here. Last couple nights, she's got some really good presence down low for the Lady Panthers when called upon.
Well, there's that man-to-man defense, and that's what Coach Shippey is trying to instill into her players, is just hard-nosed baseline defense on those out of bounds. And they were able to get the 5-second call, break the pressure through Yates. Yates with a nice layoff there to Sullivan. Sullivan unable to finish, but the ball goes out of bounds, goes right back to the Lady Panthers. Now here's Holyfield for 3. A little over the back going to be called against Yates.
That'll be her third or fourth, and that's not what you want to see out of a key player like Jane Yates. Somebody who's just solid. You just know what you're going to get out of her every night. You're going to get the same effort, the same intensity, the same way as a student in the classroom. I know exactly what effort she's going to bring every day. I know exactly the kind of work I'm going to get, and that's a lot to be spoken for.
Yates, a strong player. She got some instruction there from Coach Shippey as she stepped off. Just talking about the foul that, those 90-foot fouls is definitely not what you want to see. You'd rather see her out there on the floor. But I tell you what, not not really losing a whole lot of steps as Frisbee comes in there. Frisbee already right there, puts her hand down, disrupts a little bit, breaks it loose, but the Lady Trojans able to get that one back.
Holyfield, nice defense there to strip that ball away.
Quick hands there, bumped by Bella. Basket is going to count. Traditional three-point play coming up here for Holyfield. Definitely not what Coach Locke wanted to see there. Lead goes to 12. Just Bella's first foul. You think about the fact of the defense that she has put together tonight, the quick hands that she's had, and that is her first foul. We're going into the third quarter.
And, you know, as good as Holyfield is out on the outside, that aspect right there that we just saw, the fast break, that's something that's really improved throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, it was very quick, out of control, which is easy to do. But the maturity she's shown has just been awesome. And now, you know, she's just about as good on the break as she is out on three.
Yeah, and even on that last turnover out of bounds, it was actually Holyfield that was extending that defense up and disrupting it just a little bit to be able to get it. There's the quick feet and quick hands of Bella to be able to get that steal back for the Lady Trojans. Reagan Pearson takes it in, shows that she's not only an outside threat but also a threat driving into the lane. Cuts the lead down to 10. There's Bella tying things up. Ball's going to go back on the alternating possession right back to the Lady Panthers. You know, Frisbee's doing a good job of being able to break that press through the middle. Once she gets down there, though, she doesn't really have the numbers. If she would turn and look opposite on the other side of her, I think she would be able to have a flashing Lady Panther to be able to come down there and get a layup on that opposite side.
How about the defense there by Holyfield? To really slow that thing up. Nice job by her. Ball gets poked out of bounds.
Yeah, just trying to beat the player down the floor, get into position. Here we see Howard coming in for the Lady Panthers. Holyfield with her back turn. It's kind of dangerous, but the defense punched there by Estella Huntsman. Now a foul's going to go against one of our bigs, number 33 Sullivan, and put number 33 Savannah Rink on the line for the Lady Trojans. She's going to shoot two, and that's the third foul on Sullivan. So both teams kind of dealing with some issues of their bigs in a little bit of foul trouble. That's technically not what you see when you're running a 2-3 zone, but both of these teams have a very attacking mindset and want to attack gaps and want to attack that baseline and come in there, so these bigs are picking up more fouls here.
No, as good as Knob Noster is outside of the three-point line, usually that hasn't been the case tonight. They've really found success inside, just like right here. I'm kind of surprised that one didn't fall. That one will go.
That's a nice offensive rebound by Estella Huntsman. She powers through the foul of Chloe Locke. She's on the line now for a traditional three-point play. Also extends the lead here for Knob Noster up to 12. 4 minutes left here in the third. Coach pulling out his bigs and really honestly a smart play by him to be able to give them a little bit of rest so that they don't get tired and get a couple of reaching fouls or over the back fouls. Estella Huntsman gets her own rebound, powers it up, goes back up, and another foul going to be called. She's going to go to the line and shoot two. And this foul is going to go on the other miler, number 15, and that's going to be her fourth foul. So under 4 minutes, now her sister's going to jump back up off the bench and come in for her.
You saw Coach down on the sideline just kind of throw his hands to the side like, what do I do? And I don't envy him in this situation at all because, now he's got to choose which one do I want to put in foul trouble and risk losing for the remainder of this game.
Honestly, putting Jordan back in there, just allow her. I mean, she is a senior. She's got to step up here, be the leader that she can, keep herself in this game. She's got to play smart. He knows that. He's going to trust in her Good move by him just to go ahead and pull her sister out, give her a chance here, and put Jordan in and tell her, you got to make sure that you keep yourself out of foul trouble. You got 3. Don't pick up that 4th and make me rip you out of here.
Well, this is where you're going to learn a lot about your players. You know, how do they react? Do they put their head down or do they attack? And if I'm not Noster, as good of an open look as that was, I'd be driving it in.
Yeah, Frisbee kind of settled there for a 3-pointer. You saw Holyfield hustle all the way back down there. Frisbee hustling back as well, trying to get into her position. Right now, Howard needs to come from that offside, fill that middle. There's Estella Huntsman in the middle. That's exactly where you want to break that pressure. Not over there on those sidelines where you risk being trapped, and have that extra defender of the sideline there to help them. Good ball movement here offensively. Inside now to Estella Huntsman. She's going to get called 2 feet in the lane, get the 3-second call. Turnover is going to go back over to the Lady Trojans. Knob Noster still up 39-27 here. We're at about 2.5 here in the third left to play. There's Pearson. She just spotting up. Coach, she had her feet set the whole time. She knew exactly what she wanted to do. Little skip pass over to her. She buries it, cuts the lead down to single digits and 9.
And this has kind of been Carrollton's, tough spot is, can they get over that 9-point hump? So this possession is going to be really important for them to see what they can do.
Yeah, and just like Pearson there, though, we had a spot up of Howard. She was setting up there for that 3-pointer. There's our shooter again. Coach, she's feeling it right now. She is feeling it. Coach Shippey knows she's feeling it. Lead gets cut down to 6. You see some fire, you see some momentum kind of shift over to the Lady Trojans. Here, Carrollton now coming out. We're going to have to make sure that we either bring that block player on that 2-3 out, extend her out just a little bit, cheat her to be able to close out on that skip pass that's going over there to Pearson, or our 2 at the top are just going to have to hustle that much more to be able to close out and get a hand in her face. Hand down, man down, nobody out there. She's just waiting for that shot. She's shot in the same spot every single time, and she's going to set up there again on the next offensive set.
Carrollton's really feeling the momentum here. And as they should, as much as they've cut into this one, a couple big threes back to back, Knob Noster has to answer on this one.
Yeah, cut this lead in half. This is a huge possession for the Lady Panthers. First things first, we've got to break this press, get down there, get an offense to be able to be set. You see the little jump coming there from the side. Holyfield now across the timeline for the Lady Panthers. And here's that offensive set against the 2-3. Frisbee driving into that short corner. Jump ball. And the ball's going to go back to the Lady Trojans. So the momentum shift, and now with the alternating possession, Coach, they could cut this thing down to 3 if we don't have Pearson over there. Shippey pointing her out over there on that side. Not the only threat that they have from 3, though. You see Locke kind of setting up there. And now we've got Bella coming over there setting up as well. Looking for that skip pass. There's a little bit better of a hand up there by Yates. Now you see Frisbee coming up from that block, just like I said, extending that zone out and helping out for that skip pass. Interior pass to Mylar. Looked like it was off of the hands of Holyfield and correctly called by the officials. Ball's going to stay with the Lady Trojans.
With about a minute left here, you really want the Lady Panthers to finish strong. You don't want what happens in this quarter to define the game, because it easily could. A couple point difference could really make the difference going into the fourth.
There we had a screen from Bella to be able to get Pearson open. Good defense there by Holyfield as she was able to get the tip on it. Correctly called by our C official on the opposite side. Ball's going to stay with the Lady Trojans. Much better defense, though, there by the Lady Panthers. The screen from Bella kind of gave them a little bit of a hard time, but they were able to get that. There's that play there. Disrupting it a little bit was Yates on the inbounds. I thought Locke kind of threw that one in, just hoping that it would go in. And now it looks like Coach Locke may be trying to settle things down a little bit. slow things down and possibly take that last shot of the quarter. No, he's going to go ahead and give Bella the green light on that opposite side. Ball's going to go off of Huntsman's hands. Knob Noster just unlucky here. They're giving the Lady Trojans multiple opportunities here to be able to knock this down. Hopefully their defense holds together here and they can put something together offensively as well.
Just what the doctor ordered right there.
Just what they ordered, and guess who it was? Disrupting things in there was Holyfield. She's just there. She's just a presence. They know that she's got some length to her. She's got quick hands, so they have to throw over the top of her. They threw it just a little bit too far over the top. The ball goes right back to the Lady Panthers.
Looks like Bella's going to get called for one there.
Yeah, you know, if you tell me that she played that well defensively and with 30 seconds left in the third, she's only got 2, I'd take that all night. But she's going to have to watch herself here as well. They definitely don't need her at any time sitting down.
Knob Noster was in the place to rebound that one. Ball just a little heavy off the bat.
Yeah, almost thinking that Knob Noster settling just a little bit for those floaters. I think if they'd come in there, do a nice hard jump stop to be able to get that into position, then they'd have a much better opportunity. Coach, kind of a tale of quarters there, as Knob Noster really blew things open in that second quarter. And then Carrollton comes out of halftime, goes back to full strength, and really makes a good comeback here. Cuts this lead to 6, 39-33 going into the final quarter.
Yeah, Michael, I was really kind of wanting that quarter to end. Just didn't seem like it all clicked. It all flowed there for the Lady Panthers. And after the first half they had, that really surprised me. I thought, gave up the easy bucket, or potential for an easy bucket, caught a break there at the end of the half. Just didn't come out with that same fire. And you see it in Coach Shippey's eyes right now. She wants that fire back. And this thing could easily get back out to a double-digit lead and be put away in the first 2 minutes if Knob Noster comes out and attacks this right.
Yeah, she's going to go back to pretty much full strength, although Heaven Van Winkle, one of the starters, is probably going to remain on the bench. Give her just a little bit more time there and put Frisbee out there. Knob Noster has to stop settling for that float, that little running floater through the lane. Get their feet set, take a nice set shot, run their offense just a little bit. Here's an inside out from Estella into Frisbee. Now Everett's kicking over to Holyfield. You see the extended pressure here by the Lady Trojans as well, as they know that Knob Noster can knock down those threes and open this thing right back open again as well.
Lots of high passes there by the Lady Panthers.
Speaking of a three, Holyfield lets one loose. And somehow Everts came up with that ball. I honestly, I'd have to go back and watch what Xander put on the film there to be able to see in the video because I just didn't see it. Knowing that she was in trouble and knowing how precious every possession's going to be, Coach Shippey very wisely quickly calls that timeout to get things set up here for a sideline out of bounds play for her team. Coach, we've been in this position. You've talked about how critical this possession has been through multiple possessions now, and none bigger than right now. They need to come out and put some points on the board here. See the ball go through the hoop one more time so that they can hopefully build on that and get some momentum going here for this fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and half the time, that's the biggest battle, is just seeing the ball go through. You see that ball go through, you feel it. It doesn't even have to be your shot. Your teammates start knocking it down. You're going to catch that fire. You're going to catch the rhythm, and then you're going to start knocking them down. And that's just what they have to see here.
Yeah, build on this momentum. We got Everts there. She's going to take it in the backfield, in the backcourt, but she had Bella kind of disrupting her just a little bit. Nice screen there. And unlucky on the possession. Estella Huntsman came up for the screen to be able to give Everts a chance to attack that zone and come in through the middle. I don't think Frisbee was supposed to flash up to the top, but be able to stay down in the bottom to be able to look for a shot down there. But just unlucky there on that possession.
Yeah, kind of this two-possession ball game isn't where Coach Shipley probably thought she'd be coming out of the half. But I know has confidence in her team, as we do, that they can break this thing back open and put it away to remain perfect here at home this season.
She's also switched to little things defensively here just to kind of disrupt that three-point shooting. But there's the big Mylar. Mylar comes in, steps up big for these Lady Trojans, cuts the lead to 4. Nice hustle and getting the ball down there quickly by Everts. Sets the defense up though by the Lady Trojan. Frisbee over in the corner, now drives to that short corner, steps on the line, and another turnover by the Lady Panthers. They just can't seem to get past this possession to be able to put some points on the board. And not for anything that Coach Shippey has done. She's called multiple timeouts here, at least 2, possibly even 3, to try to get them past this hump. Extended man-to-man. Cuts through some switches, some helps there by Estella Huntsman. Huntsman with a big defensive rebound, and now Everts trying to attack our sideline here.
Kind of surprised she went right towards the sideline, but did a real nice job to pull that one back out. Now Holyfield with the floater just rims out.
Yeah, Everts did a nice job of reversing that, but once again we see that floater, and I really think they're just settling for that. They have an opportunity to be able to come in and jump stop and possibly lay that off a little bit. Big rebound there by Holyfield. As Pearson had a wide open shot, she just was unable to knock it down. Knob Noster now comes down. They need to get a good look here and put a bucket in. Everts decides that she's going to try to take the 3 to be able to do that. Huntsman unable to get around defensively. Knob Noster luckily there with a turnover by the Lady Trojans. Now we see Sullivan coming back in for Frisbee, put some height out there, maybe try to get the ball inside just a little bit, possibly get Mylar that 4th foul. Mylar has played pretty smart here. She's got 5 minutes left here in the game, and she still has 2 fouls to be able to give to her name.
And, you know, from having those in the first 2 minutes, that's pretty big, but we could see her with 1 here.
So there's a much better play. We're able to feed it into that high post, kind of into that free throw area. Yates turns around, gives a fake, goes into drive, finds herself at the free throw line, and finally Knob Noster gets over that 39 point and gets that 40th point up on the board. Yates extends the lead to 5, gives a little bit more cushion. It's still just a 2-possession ball game, and even if she makes this, it's still a 2-possession ball game.
Don't want to give the quick break there. Good job by Holyfield to slow that thing down.
Yeah, not Holyfield's man, but she knew that she had to get down there and help out her team. Actually, I totally disagree with the call. I think it was very, very clean. And Sullivan did a great job defensively of just reaching over. I think because she came outside of her body, he was able to see that. Doesn't matter, that's her 4th. And we're on the line shooting 2 for the Lady Trojans. Unable to convert the 1st, so the lead stays to 5. That's pretty big, though, as Sullivan picks up her 4th.
Kind of watching this one back. I'm with you. I'm a little surprised that one was called. She seemed like she stayed within. If anything, I thought Huntsman took a shot at it, but you know what? You kind of got to live on and play on. And you know, just watch yourself to stay in this ball game.
Sullivan, though, there with a nice offensive rebound, just unlucky, unable to convert there. And now we're back on defense for the Lady Panthers. Nice closeout there by Yates to keep Locke from shooting that 3, and then recovers very well to set back up her defense. Trap here, skip pass coming. Hand down that time from Yates, but no shot. Skip pass over to Bella. Bella for 3. For the Lady Trojans. 2 of the biggest hustlers on the floor right there. in Everts and Bella, and they're going to go ahead and call the jump, and the ball's going to stay with the Lady Trojans.
Looks like we're going to have a stop in action here for just a second.
Got a little administration here to possibly calm down some fans over on the side. Thankful Dr. Wheeler's here because that's really supposed to be me. So I get to stay up here on the microphone since he's here, and he can take care of that and hopefully calm some things down.
Well, and give him something to do, get him a little action, get him out there, probably not the way he wants to be out there, but get him out and moving here tonight. Put him to work if he isn't going to join us up here.
That's right.
We'll give him a job. We got one for him.
That's right. He's up there taking care of some things and making sure that they are able to stay here. Obviously, it's a close game. It's going to get probably a little bit heated here towards the end. The Lady Trojans have done a nice job of coming back into this one. The Lady Panthers need a great defensive stop here, and then once again, a good offensive set down there. Let your defense lead your offense. Three-pointer coming in there, all but down for Pearson. Nice rebound there by Sullivan to keep it to a one-possession shot there. Now Holyfield back up top to Huntsman. Huntsman over to Holyfield. Coach, none bigger than that right there. Derek, as she set that one up, she knew the whole time she was going to shoot that. 43-36. That's a huge shot. Great confidence by Holyfield. Then Bella comes down there, banks one in. I guess that makes up for Huntsman banking one in earlier. She says, anything you can do, I can do. She comes down, cuts it right back to a 4-point lead. But as we look at this and we see Holyfield never even hesitates to be able to try to push that thing up there and to shoot that shot. So that's what you want to see out of your leadership. Holyfield, definitely a leader out there, even though she's on the younger side, just a sophomore as well. But they look to her. And like you said, they've now seen that ball go through. They know that their leader's out there knocking down buckets. Hopefully we'll be able to come down and do it again on this possession.
Well, it's just good to know the banks are still open at 7:30 at night. So, hey, Knob Noster, banks are still open. You might as well take advantage of it. Take this 4-point lead. Let's extend it, put this game away, and let's go home.
Hey, it's the COVID era, so it's only the drive-through, so they better drive in there, make a layup, really get some pressure on the inside of this. First things first, break this pressure, get away from Bella. I'd be throwing it in on the other side, but they keep taking it to Bella's side. I know the one time they didn't. Good interior pass there to Yates. Estella Huntsman there trying to get it inside. Shooter there, Holyfield. Now Everts up top. Everts off the back iron. Now the Lady Trojans coming down. Bella looking to attack. Spot up there by Pearson. That's not who we wanted to take that. Sullivan with a nice job keeping it to a one-shot possession there for the Lady Trojans.
Bella's going to get one for reaching in there, and that'll be her third. 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and that's going to put us in the double bonus. So it's going to put Caitlin Everts on the line. Coach, she comes out here in the holding game, knocks down some critical free throws. She's in a critical situation here, 1-1. Senior leadership on the line, experience. She knows what's at stake. She's calm. She knocks the first one down. That's the big one. Gets the bonus here, 44-39 for the Lady Panthers.
Sullivan just about had that rebound, but she stepped the wrong way to get that ball.
I think she actually was surprised that the ball was that close to her, in front of her. She didn't reach forward. Then she tried to tie it up. I actually thought she had the tie up, but then just a little bit of pressure. Actually, Yates was turned around, but the defense was down there, disrupted it just enough to be able to cause the turnover.
2 minutes left here in this one. This possession's huge.
Big possession there by Pearson. She knocks one down, cuts the lead to 2. Knob Noster really has to settle in here, not turn the ball over here offensively. They've got to settle down, take some time off of that clock, get a great shot. Not a good shot, I'm talking a great shot, possibly even a shot that puts them on the free throw line. We don't need that. We need them stepping to the ball, making sure that ball possession and ball security is what we have every pass. Jane Yates, she wasn't listening to me, but thank goodness she wasn't. She knocks down a huge three-pointer from that baseline, gives a 5-point lead. Pearson comes down, Holyfield with the rebound. They are scrapping, they're all over the floor. There's gonna be a foul because you can't battle through the person to be able to get that. That foul's gonna go on Mylar. It's gonna be her 4th. Coach, I'm telling you though, she's done a great job. Very smart as a senior. It's been a long time that she's been out there, and she is just now picking up that 4th foul. We only have a minute to go. She's done her job, got them back into this, stayed clean the whole time. Holyfield on the line though for the Panthers.
This is where you put the ball game away, right here. 2 free throws, minute 3 left.
All of the rim, but it falls in. Holyfield knocks it down, gives Knob Noster a 6-point lead. It's a 2-possession. She can make it 3 on this one.
The only important part of the basket that it hits, bottom of the net. How it gets there doesn't matter.
Still a 2-possession game, just 6-point lead here for the Lady Panthers. Bella over there on the side. Mylar hustling it through. Pearson up for 3. Everts driving over there on that sideline. Reaching foul going to go against Pearson. Honestly, a very smart foul for her. Should be a 1-and-1 for Everts shooting here. 1-and-1.
I think they called that one out of bounds on that one. So, good job getting the ball in.
Honestly, you got to start. I was going to say you have to start thinking about fouling now. I really thought Pearson fouled on that sideline, and that it was a good foul to be able to stop the clock. It's a 2-possession ball game. Honestly, on the last one, I don't think that the Lady Trojans had to settle for a 3-point shot. I think they could have driven in, and they had plenty of time to be able to put 2 up. Estella Huntsman now on the free throw line.
Good job by Sullivan to get the rebound, puts it back up.
Sullivan there, that time was not going to give it up. She comes in there, she gets a good rebound. Pearson for 3, off the front iron. Rebound there by Mylar. She hustled to get that one. Advancing through Bella at the top of the key. We're at 18 seconds. They've got to get a quick shot off. Back up to Bella. Bella still no shot there. Now Sullivan with the rebound. Everts with it. That's going to be the game right there.
I think so. Good job by the Lady Panthers to really fend off a great effort by the Lady Trojans. But the home squad once again channeling, the magic they've had inside Knob Noster High School this year to put this one away.
Yeah, and Everts once again on the free throw line. Just her hustle throughout this game. It's only fitting that she's there to close this thing out. She's there. It's a 3-possession ball game, 7-point lead, 3.7 left on the clock. I really think that the Lady Trojans took too much time off the clock to be able to put a shot up down there. Coach is saying no foul at this point. Just let this thing end out. We see the congratulations and the sportsmanship, the old COVID wave here as we've come to know it, just from both sides, both coaches. And you just have to tip your hat to the second half effort of the Lady Trojans and what they came out there. Almost insurmountable odds as they found themselves into that foul trouble in the first half. 2 bigs sitting most of that time, and then to be able to put on that third quarter and to cut it to 2 points here late in the game. Knob Noster just too much for them though down at the end. We've got some senior leadership, some very brave shots from the corner that as a coach you're thinking no, yes, as they make it. And Knob Noster coming away with this one. Knob Noster Lady Panthers, Derek, staying undefeated at home. And that's huge. It's huge to take care of your home court, especially when you're going after a conference title. And that's exactly what they're chasing right now. In a great position now, I believe, at 3-1.
Yeah, just a real nice job by Coach Shippey and her team to really take all the punches that Carrollton gave and then to put it away in the end. Jane Yates, you were thinking, no, yes. But that's the confidence she had in herself. I had the confidence she can make it, but the way things have been going tonight, take that more secure shot. But to her, that was the secure shot. She knocked it down, put this ball game on ice, keep that perfect record at home. One more home game left this year, another home game tomorrow night as Carrollton comes back to town for the boys game, and we'll have that one live for you here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back on the mic. We'll be back broadcasting that boys game. Just basically switching teams here. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to go to the boys side. Carrollton coming back into town. Should be a good matchup. Yet again, another conference matchup. We're going to hopefully see Xander back on the mic here and be able to have him calling some of the game. And Coach, I just want to point out, I know you've even been reaching down to the middle school, and we've got a 7th grader that's interested. Hopefully we'll be able to get him up here on the mic and possibly even go down and do some games with him just to give him a little bit of time on the mic and stir some of this excitement and build this program up. I just want to once again thank you for what you've done and just getting these young men and women involved in something that truly can help them to be able to go on in life and do great things.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter what you go into anymore. You've got to be able to communicate. Especially now that we're in this virtual era, you have to be able to communicate in a million different ways, and this is one great way to do that. You're putting yourself out in front of a bunch of people and learning as you go, and that's the best way. This teaches more than anything a textbook or sitting in my classroom will tell you. This, you got to learn. You mess up, great. Go on, roll on. Pick it up the next time, and that's the great skills these kids are learning, and really excited to have Xander back on the mic tomorrow, Zechariah back on the camera. Just fun to watch the program develop.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we close out, we want to just once again thank our 2019-20 sponsors: Hometown Heating and Air Conditioning, B&G Scoops, Ready Set Grow Daycare, Dutch Country Markets, Little Caesars, Eggs R Us, Sonic, Rockin' Sports, Ace Hardware, Subway, Knob Noster Physical Therapy, Tequila Jalisco's, Remax, Complete Chiropractic, McDonald's, Coffee Snobs, Trails Regional Library, SC Fuel, The Little Clubhouse, and Brooks Florist and Decor. And as you said, we've got the game coming up here tomorrow night, and we're ready to go, and hopefully our teams are ready to go and excited to be able to come out here for another conference matchup. Derek, it's been great calling with you tonight, and just appreciate the opportunity to be able to come out here and put myself on the mic as well. As you said, whether I'm talking in a mic or talking in front of people, this is still public speaking, and these guys come out here and do a great job with this. So we're going to close out here. Knob Noster once again staying undefeated at home, protecting this floor, protecting our house, putting themselves in a great position for that conference championship. They're now 3-1 in the conference, and we'll have the boys here tomorrow night, hopefully, to pick up another win.
Yeah, I really do appreciate you calling the games with myself and with our students. It's a lot of fun. And then also big shout out to Mr. Steele and Mr. Davis for getting those live streams set up where we're not able to call it and we're able to watch it, on the cameras we have here in the gym, which we'll be able to do Saturday for the first ever Knob Noster Lady Panther Wrestling Invitational. I know Coach Avery and the girls are really looking forward to that, and going to be a good 3-day stretch if you're a Knob Noster sports fan.
Yeah, it's great to be here. We also appreciate our Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Wheeler, for being able to put this technology in our hand. But our technology department is amazing. we're signing off here tonight. Great win by the Lady Panthers. Hopefully we'll see you all here tomorrow night.